Hello and welcome to Desi Martini. My name is Sandeep, and right now I have with me Pooja Banerjee, but she's starring in all Balaji's Kehne Ko Hai Humsafar in the very next season. Hi Pooja and welcome to the podcast. Hi Pooja
Hi,
and
hi,
welcome to
hi. Yeah,
So tell me, how have things been with you during the lockdown?
pretty good. Yeah, so far pretty decent, pretty normal. Not really, uh, like not too much out of place.
Right.
So
So have has the lockdown, had any kind of an, influence on the way you kind of look at the world, perhaps?
I think we all needed that. But of course, I
Mm-hmm.
understood it. Like I am a very philosophical person in my real life, so I
Right.
kind of always acknowledge what I had and what I
Mm.
always wanted or didn't want. But of course, that's still a more of a reality check that really happened during this lockdown.
Okay.
So which is of course a very good thing, a good break, a good pause to just stop your mind, your everything, and just to focus on yourself and your family.
True, true. So, without much ado, you're going to tell me something about the role that you're portraying in the web series.
So Bani Mehra, I don't know how much you followed, but uh, from season one to season two to season three, there has been a lot of character, like character evolution of Bani in the show.
Right.
Right from
Mm.
being like initially she was grounded and she was she used to always answer back. She was the flag bearer for for taking the decision in her hands. She would always tell her parents what to do and what not to do, and she will always be the person who will counter attack her own parents.
Right.
So she was one person in season one and two who didn't mince any words. She was always at it, and she more of that. I'll say she was kind of a brat, and she made a lot of mistakes seeing her family or her parents go into this divorce and then get separation. So from
Mm.
season one to season two, I'll say Bani had this. She made mistakes. She made a lot of mistakes, probably blunders she made. And in season three, she actually uh, there are no words for her because she's made a lot of blunders in season three. The woman she always hated, Ananya, always hated her. She became Ananya in season three. So now,
Okay.
uh, I think for Bani, whatever it comes, like life comes a full circle. She always ran away from divorce. She always was the flag bearer of that people shouldn't cheat, and the father shouldn't have cheated. Because of the father, she used to blame that because of her father she ruined her own life. But in season three, she herself has a divorce and is dating a married guy. So it's like
Mhm.
whatever I was practicing, or sorry, whatever I was preaching, I wasn't really practicing. You
Right.
know
Right.
and then reality hits her hard that probably whatever happened with her parents, she could have handled in a much more mature way, but she didn't. So in season three, she actually becomes much more maturer, and she analyzes things, and she has her own perspective by the end of
Towards things.
yeah, and she realizes that no matter how much hatred she'll have towards the family is the only thing that can take care of her.
Right. Right. So talking about family, let me just focus on the on-street family. How was it working with Ronit Roy, Mona, Gurdeep, and everybody?
Of
This
course,
is obviously the first time that you
when
work.
we started off in season one, they didn't know me, I didn't know them. So we were just kind of, it was more like, uh, okay, the scripts are there and we'll just do the scene. But I think
Right.
by the half of the season one, we kind of got to know each other. And by the
Mm.
by the end of season three, we actually became like a small extended family. Before
Right.
anybody could say something, we'll know that what they'll say, what will be the reaction, and
Mm.
we could also, in fact, we almost knew that how the co-actor will react in a particular scene. So in a way, the shooting was much more smoother in season three because we got used to each other's temperament, emotions, and on-screen presence and everything. So we knew about each other very well now. by season 3. So it was very smooth. Of course, no, nothing starts smooth in the beginning, but
I know exactly. That's what I was driving at. Nothing starts smooth. So, what, according to you, perhaps was perhaps the most difficult parts or
it
difficult
is a
steps in
fact
it?
that they are seasoned actor. They have been way too many years than in comparison with me. They are elder to me. They are senior to me. And secondly, I'll say they have been in the industry for a very long time. For me, of course, I have been shooting for a while, but for me, still, I'll say that there were so many things which I didn't know or I was yet to learn. So in the beginning, I was doing what I knew, but they taught me what I didn't know. You know,
Okay.
so earlier I would take it very easy. I'll understand. I hear them out and everything. That's what I'm saying. And eventually, what happened is I didn't have to really have a workshop with them or sit and talk hours and hours about this scene. I used to come on
Hmm.
the set and they knew that Pooja will react in this way. She's now reached that level. So they had that faith in me, that confidence in me, that we would just go through the script, have a run through, and we'll just perform the scene.
Right. Right. Pooja, you have been in the web space for a long time now. Are there any takeaways as far as the web shows are concerned? And what, according to you, is perhaps one of the most challenging things to, as a performer that you face in front of the camera?
I think, of course, acting is not a easy job, but the
Hmm.
most difficult part for an actor or an actress is, you know, you're you're keeping aside your personal things. Like
Right.
probably you have to laugh in a scene and you're going through worse in your life, but you cannot show it in front of the camera. Or probably
Yeah.
you're so happy that you just don't feel like crying in a scene. You know.
Uh,
So the
hmm.
most difficult part for an actor, I think, it is keeping aside your personal emotions aside, and whatever the scene is, no matter what, you have to have that entire focus and energy on that particular scene. You have to literally have a cutoff from your personal emotions.
So
That is
tell
what
me,
it is.
yeah, I understand that. Tell me, Pooja, the fact that web shows today replete with all sorts of cool scenes for that matter, how much comfortable are you? And the fact that you have also been a part of such scenes, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so how much comfortable are you? And
I'm pretty comfortable in my own skin. I'm confident that I will never be judged for my
hmm.
for my scenes, because if I
But
have
then,
to.
besides being the fact, confidence of not being judged is definitely a very good thing. But besides that, the industry for that matter is kind of habituated to stereotype. When a particular actress is in a
I
particular,
No, Sandeep, I will
yeah,
never
please
reach
go on.
to a, no. I'll tell you what, I will never reach to a level where I get stereotyped. I will
Acha.
never do such a thing that people think that I am meant for a certain kind of role. The reason why I have been doing varied amount of shows and totally different and contrast characters is only because I am able to switch on and switch off, and I cannot be stereotyped till date. Till date, you can pick up any of my characters. None of them are similar to the previous one. You know.
Hmm.
So in any scene, in any character, nobody can stereotype me because I will not let that happen to myself.
And that's definitely a good way to look at it. Tell me, you've got to tell me, how do your parents react to such scenes? Are they okay with you being a part of such scenes for that matter?
No, they are aware. Of course, they're well aware of it. It's just that I think they've understood my profession. My family has understood my
Yes.
profession,
Uh-huh.
and actually there was a point where they would talk about it, and they might just say
Yes,
or
it
probably
happens. They are
me.
parents and they are concerned, and it's nothing wrong.
Yeah, but I think they've understood my profession, and they've realized that my life is a 360-degree changeover when it comes to my screen life and personal life. So now
Yes.
they've stopped evaluating themselves as to what is there in my screen life and what is there in my real life. I have always told them that do not go by my on-screen image or whatever, because whatever I am in my real life, I am that person. I can change to anybody on screen, but that doesn't mean I have become that person. So they've understood that, and they've lived with me for a while after being in this field, and I think they've seen me grow also as an individual and as an actor. when I was new in this field to the time when I've done a couple of shows and I've been there around for a while. So they've come to this conclusion that I can take my own decisions, and they know what is good for me.
Mhm. And tell me, on a lighter note, let's lighten the conversation. How did you ever get a chance to interact with Deekta, and how did it? I mean, if you did, how was it? How did it go? Were you a little nerve-wracked, or you had butterflies in your stomach, nervous, or whatever?
No. I'll be very honest. I do not get intimidated by anybody. To be very frank, I do not get that feeling from anybody. So probably
Hmm.
I'm comfortable with my skin, with my body language and my talks and everything. That I'm confident that even the person who's in front of me will get intrigued in my conversation. I have that feeling that I can have that kind of a conversation with anybody and everybody.
Okay. Okay.
So meeting Ma'am, I think for the first time, I think she just told me that you're very good in Bani as Bani in Kehne Ko Humsafar hai, and I really liked your work.
Okay.
I just said thank you, and then the next time I met, I remember it was like, will you do kasauti? I said, yeah, ma'am, I'll do kasauti and this role. I said, okay, fine. So that was my second meeting. And the second meeting that I had with her, she was narrating my character of Nivedita, and I was amazed the way she spoke about the character. I love the way she actually acts very well. Huh, by the way, she's an amazing actress herself. She does a
She
fab
is.
narration. Yeah, she's very good with her narration and everything. So I think I was just so happy that my producer is a fab actor herself. She's a very, like, she narrates very well, and she has a good humor, good sense of humor. She makes
Right.
people laugh around her, so that's really nice. Like, she has the perfect balance, and
Hmm.
she'll always come around. Like, she might come across as somebody who's very strict. Of course, she's strict with her work, but when
Uh-huh.
it comes to like having a light-hearted conversation, she's amazing. She's too good with that.
All right. Finally, before we end the conversation, Pooja, you're going to tell me that I mean, now everybody's under lockdown. You never quite know when the shootings are going to begin and how and when the usual ways of life are going to be resuming, for that matter. How do you plan to go about things post the lockdown? As in,
I
go
think
out, meet
pretty much
friends, or
like no, pretty much like everybody else, we'll see, like, we take each day as it comes, because we
right?
need to be very responsible, very cautious at the same time, and of course, we need to take care of ourselves, have a good immunity. We need to work out
Yeah.
well. We need to eat well, and
Hmm.
of course, now that we might just start the shoot pretty soon, we have to be extra careful when we are working on set. So
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
I'll
Absolutely.
take it as it comes. I really don't know how is it gonna be like, but let's see what happens.
All right. All right, Pooja. It was lovely talking to you. Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you for joining us. My name is Sandeep with DC Martini, signing out.